Well, hello folks, and welcome to A Sportsman's Life. I'm Luke Clayton and my two good buddies,
Jeff Rice
and Larry Weissoon, and we're so proud that you're with us this week. I'll be very honest with you, I have no idea where we're going.
There is no telling, but it's going to be fun.
We're going to have a good time, folks. Stay tuned. We have another great adventure on A Sportsman's Life coming your way.
With my daughter Theresa and her husband Lance this morning, and they are getting ready to check bees. So tell me a little bit about what you're doing this morning. You just moved bees to this area.
Yeah, so we just moved 2 hives here. They are Carniolan and Italian hybrids. So I'm just putting on my bee suit. All the old beekeepers say, to dress for success. So I will always wear my bee suit. I want to dress for success. I do not want to fail. So we're gonna go get the smoker and get it started so we can work with calm bees.
One of the things about bees is they're pollinators, and they exist on pollen and nectar that turns into honey, and this is set up right outside where the beehives are. These plants right here seem to be a favorite of theirs, because you could tell they were almost just fighting over the rights to get to it. What are you burning?
Some pine needles and pine cones.
These seem to work best, or dry grass. Are you ready for some more? Luckily there's a park not far from here that has a bunch of pine trees. I think more, that's enough.
That's plenty.
Alright, so we're just going to smoke some of these bees. Make sure they're good and calm.
Under the top.
And here we have the sugar water. Oh, we got one. We're drowned. Alright, buddies, go back down.
Here, let me tilt this up and get one little puff under the ants coming up.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, give it a little puff under there.
Okay, take that off and go dump that. Nancy's gonna dump this so we can give them some fresh.
Should be good.
Best friend, hive tool. So right now we're just smoking the bees and we're going to start our inspection. First thing I'm going to check is the hive beetle trap.
You can do this without your gloves.
Oh, I forgot my gloves. You should wear gloves, it's important. But there's no beetles in here, so that's a good sign. We're going to take the first frame out to give us some room for our inspection.
Take this one out. And then you can...
Alright, this one has not been drawn out yet.
Working on it.
They're starting to work on this a little. Not really too much on that side. Alright. Oh yes, finally! Okay, we got some progress here. This hive started off slow because a lot of them drowned to begin with. But they seem like they're progressing now and starting to build this out. When I get to the thicker ones, I'll bring it to you. Oh, you think this is wise with no gloves?
Well, you don't get some. There we
Okay.
go. That was one of the new ones. That's all new,
Yes.
new drawn comb.
This is all new drawn comb. If you can see the glisten in there, that's nectar. See, they're all pretty darn calm. They're starting to build it out on this side as well. Alright, we're gonna go to the thicker ones now. Alright, buddies, move.
That's all that.
Yeah. Ooh, that's honey right there.
It's got a bunch of honey on that one.
Yes.
Look at that.
Just hold it still. That's all you need
Wow, okay.
Capped brood.
Yes. Okay, so this is a good frame to show. All of this is capped brood. That means there's baby bees in there. Around the edge, uncapped, that's nectar to feed the babies. And all of this white is capped honey.
Good one.
That's a good one to show.
Just make sure you don't see the queen anywhere on there. That's all new build, new comb build.
This is also new comb build on this side. Oh, you girls are doing so good. Okay. All right, next one. Oh my God, this is heavy. All right.
A lot more honey.
A lot of honey, some capped brood.
You got pollen in some of them that didn't have larvae in it.
Yes. So, I don't know if you can see it from there, but the circles that have the yellow inside, that's pollen. This is honey around the outside. Oh, look what they're doing to the bottom. Oh,
It's alright, well, it's got some, we can't take it off, but it's got some. A lot more honey on that one.
a lot of honey on this side as well. I don't see the queen on this one. Okay. Wow, that frame was heavy. I know, he doesn't want, she doesn't So apparently they call that comb at the very bottom down here bee bread. It's just extra comb or burr comb that you don't want. But it's okay.
We'll take it off eventually after we add the other box.
There's a lot of pollen on this one.
Mini drone.
Sorry, girls.
You see any drone?
How long have y'all had the bees here now?
So these bees have been here 3 weeks now.
4 weeks, yeah.
Either 3 or 4 weeks, and then the other hive,
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, so this one would be 4 weeks and the other one would be 2 weeks.
So they seem to be working pretty good, right?
They're doing,
Yes,
they are
after
really killing it.
A slight setback by a,
By user error.
well,
Oh, look at the, can you see the one in the middle? He's got super cute pollen pants on. I don't see the queen though. That's
queen
okay.
there.
Okay, so here's the queen. She has a white dot on her.
Problem is, she can't lay in any of these because it has all of the honey and nectar.
It's alright, she could just be traveling. This is capped honey right here. They're really drawing this out well.
She's still got plenty of others.
She has lots of other
combs to lay.
space.
She's there, so that's good.
Yes. So this side they still need to
drawn
build
that
out.
out.
The last
Comb.
ones are starting to draw it out, which is great. Starting to draw it out on this side as well.
We still have space in this one. We don't need to add a new box yet on here.
Right. So you don't add a new box until they're 80% full, and they still have plenty of space in this one. And just to check the last one, not really anything going on here.
A little bit. We're working on it.
Yeah.
Still have room to grow.
We're gonna give them more sugar water so that they can build more. I know, just chilling. Now we're gonna move all these back. Get out of the way. So we can put the frames back in.
Same order.
In the same order.
She's laying 2,000 eggs today. Place one.
So now
Here,
we're
grab.
adding 1-to-1 sugar water. It's 1 gallon of sugar to 1 gallon of water. And this will help them draw out their comb. We can put one in this one. There you go. Oh my gosh, a snail. What are you doing here?
And this, a little bit of this one comes to that. Other one's not quite as big.
Okay. Alright, so now we're going to get started on the second one. Oh look, they almost drank all of this.
Yeah.
So this was the sugar water. If you can see, they almost drank it all.
Give them a smoke under there.
The surf I spilled right here, they will clean up.
You get a little smoke under there and then set it back down. This is all new drawn comb. This was completely empty 2 weeks ago, so they've been
They've been
Been
very
working.
busy. Yeah, these bees, are really killing it.
And this is an outside frame, so we're gonna have to put a new box on today.
No queen on there.
If you look closely on some of these bees that are flying back, you can see the pollen on their hind legs. They'll be kind of a yellowish color.
Tilt it up a little bit. Let's see if we make sure the queen's not.
She's probably laying eggs.
That's exactly what she's doing.
All right, good job, Mama. Yeah,
You see any eggs in there? Let me get a.
Yes, I can see larvae in there. Oh, that last one. These girls like propolis.
You know, you checked them last?
A
1 week ago. So they're only 2 weeks in.
So they're really working.
Yeah, they're
Yes, this
building
is
out that wax.
a very, I don't want to jinx it, but they're a very healthy, active hive. They've got lots and lots of bees in here, which is good, which means she's producing like she's supposed to. All right, we're definitely going to add another box. And we're going to put this one back in. Whoa, you hear them?
Yeah, they're.
Yeah, you should smoke them. They're really not that happy right now. Okay, so we added this second box, and this is going to give them room to grow.
Pull them to you.
Oh, look, they're already coming up. And then we're going to make sure we give them plenty of extra sugar water so that they can build this out as well. All right, that's good. That looks pretty even.
Where's your top?
Oh, the top cover. Gonna put this back on.
There you go. All right, are they all out? Yeah.
Okay.
Theresa, why bees?
Oh, wow. I'm pretty fascinated by bees. I'm also a gigantic science nerd, and I love science. Bees are just fascinating to me. Lance's uncle was taking care of bees, and I thought, you know what, I think I can do this. So I started doing a bunch of research, and I made the jump to do it, and I'm so excited I did because I'm so calm in here. And you would think bees would make you nervous or anxious, but I also have a suit on, so I know I feel pretty safe, but all my worries and anxiety just disappears when I'm inside this pen. So I'm glad I did it. Bees are great for the environment. They're gonna pollinate. I'm happy I've made the decision.
Hello friends, it's your old buddy Luke Clayton, and I want to talk to you a little bit about hunting in general. Now, for many years, about 15 years, all I hunted with was a bow, a compound bow, and I still enjoy hunting with a bow, but I also have a lot of fun hunting with big bore air guns, center fire rifles, you name it. So I shoot my bow nowadays about once a week, sometimes actually once every couple of weeks, but I stay proficient enough to hunt with it. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Why limit yourself to one way of hunting? Hunt with a bow, hunt with a big bore air gun, hunt with a rifle, hunt with a pistol. I will say this, that back in the day, when I only hunted with a bow, a compound bow, I shot it every day, almost every day, and I was very, very proficient. But you don't have to be that proficient to hunt with a bow. If you can, I'm going to show you some shots at 25 yards. The last time I shot this bow was 3 weeks ago, really. But if you can keep them in a, 4-inch circle at 25 yards, that's great. You should be able to keep them a lot tighter than that, and you will be if you practice a little bit. But for years, about 8 years, I outfitted with Larry Large, buddy of mine up in Colorado, and guided elk and bear archery hunts. Out there, you need to shoot. Some of these guys would, they were all good at 40 yards and some at 50. But for game, keep those shots inside 30 yards. You'll kill a lot more game. Let me just show you a few 3 shots. I'm not doing this to brag. It's not going to be a real tight group, I can almost guarantee you. But at 25 yards, I'm going to get back on the porch here, a little bit elevated position, and shoot at a target out there about 26 yards away. But my plan is to show you. You don't have to be a tack driver with a bow to kill game. Hopefully all 3 of these shots, I'll shoot 3 of them, will suffice to down any deer or hog that you want to hunt. So here we go. Let's make a few shots and take a look. Well, there you go, folks. I'm not going to be winning any archery contests with that group, but all 3 of those shots would have been a dead ringer to kill a hog at 25 yards or a deer. So my whole idea for doing this little segment for you, think about learning something new. Big bore air guns, if you don't shoot those, get you one. Start trying, hunt with that, learn how to shoot it. Archery, this is a gearhead bow. I've had it several years. Awesome bow. Get you a bow and start shooting. We'll get back to the rest of the show. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope the wind hasn't messed us up too much. It's kind of windy out here right now.
One thing you'll want to do following the harvest of a trophy animal is to memorialize that in a photograph. Today, let's take just a few minutes to talk about what makes a good picture and how to set up your animal to capture that moment so you can share it with your friends for a lifetime.
Hold the animal in position as such. You can turn the head as you want. But what you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to clean this animal off. Any debris, any sand, kind of clean the hair up. It's got a razor back and you want to kind of try to pull it up. For the photo, it certainly doesn't hurt. Any blood and that kind of stuff, remove that. You don't want bloody animals in your picture. You really don't. So you want to kind of get it cleaned up. There, that looks so much better. Now we're going to move the camera into position and I'll show you what I mean. Here we are, we're back. This is the photo you want to take. We've got our camera fairly close to the ground. Luckily we have daylight. We've got myself behind the hog with the weapon I shot the hog with, and this makes for a much better picture getting low to the ground. Remember that. Make sure you have enough ambient light. If you don't, get out some artificial light, but don't use beamed lights like flashlights that will shoot a white spot on either the hog or myself or something when you're taking pictures after dark. Light it up good so it's all equally lit. Will make a much better picture. Again, in your photographs, make sure there's no noise in the background. What I mean by noise, maybe you'll have, I don't know, a clothesline in the back or something that would stand out in your photo. You want to take that all out. You want to make it look as natural as possible. That makes for much better photography. And of course, when you take pictures like this, these are lasting memories forever. Take the time to do it right. Clean the animal up, get the blood cleaned off, present them, respectfully, if you will, and then get low to the ground with your camera and kind of play with it. But you can get some super, super good pictures with these few tips.
Folks, I hope you've enjoyed our show. Have we had a good time today, guys, or what?
Always.
Always fun. We never know what we're going to do. We're never scripted. We stumble and bumble, but by golly, it's fun. We have a ball.
It truly is, and amazingly, we learn something along the way. Sometimes we learn something about what we're doing in terms of hunting and fishing and outdoors. Sometimes we learn a little bit about ourselves as well, too. So
for sure.
Y'all join us again next week right here on the Sportsman's Life.
And a special thanks to these fine sponsors: Air Force Air Guns, B&B Charcoal, Dallas Safari Club, Hornady, Pyramid Air, Nielsen Specialty Ammo, Sightmark, Smokin' Tex, Snap Block Hunting Blinds, Texas Raised Hunting Products, and Striper Express.